Hi guys, we're back again with another ride up. This time we're doing something a little different. It's more of an Eastern Peaks ride. There's not as much rough descents as there is in the usual videos, but it's a really good one if you want to do a night ride, for example, especially with the nights drawing in quite early now that we're in the winter time. Or maybe if you're wanting a bit more of a beginner's ride, this is quite a good one. I think it'll be coming in for about 12 miles. You've just missed about half a mile on the road, but that's near enough it for this ride. Starts off at the Fox House, heads over the moors, sort of loops around to the Longshore Estate, and then back up to the Fox House. We come along Kurber Edge. There's some pretty good views from the top of there, so I'll get off and give you guys a little bit of a viewing on it. We're sort of going to head across here, go over to the right, and then keep looping around to the right really. There's not much road in this ride, which is nice. And as you can see from the last video, the section we're on this time is quite a bit drier. So this is the actual dry section that was recommended in the Blackamoor loop, if you saw that in the previous video. Considerably smoother. There will still be some wet bits a little further down, but it does dry off quite well. Alright, just coming up to the first descent now. Hopefully it's not too wet so I can film the whole way. We'll just have to see. It's a good one, it's a bit loose, quite fast, and hopefully not too wet. So we're not going all the way down this time. We are going to turn right and head off over the rest of the moors. So as far as I'm aware, this route isn't in the Dark Peak mountain bike book. I'll have a little look to make sure, but I don't think it is. It does run off quite nicely. As you can see, there's a couple of little damp bits, but it's not ridiculously muddy or too slippy. So I've been getting a few people asking for me to do a bit of a beginner's ride. Something that people who are maybe new to mountain biking can take on, or maybe something that people want to take their kids on. I'd say this is a good one. There's not too much climbing involved. There's a couple of fun, but not ridiculously tough downhills. It's very reliable in most weather conditions. I wouldn't advise going on it in torrential downpours, or maybe after a couple of days of rain. Maybe give it just a day to dry out. For most weather conditions you can ride this route. As you can see, the surface does drain off fairly well. The big advantage to this ride is not much of it's on the road, and there's some really quite fast grassy descents. To be honest, a hardtail is probably what you want for this sort of loop. A full suspension, that'll definitely do it. It's not overkill, but a hardtail is probably what you want to get around here the fastest. I remember coming down that bit on my night ride. You don't realise it turns off to the right and it's a little bit slippy, so I sort of sent it and kept going all the way down there. So this is the first notable bit of road. It's not a huge stretch of road. It's the back roads as well, so it's fairly quiet, it's not too bad. Just of course, if you're on a night ride, obviously you'll bring your front light, but don't forget to bring your rear light. Just as long as the person at the back of the group has a back light on, you should be fine. Alright, so that was a quick little road section, nothing too major. They are relatively quiet roads, which is quite nice, so you're not hassling traffic too much. But we're back off road now, just up here on the left, and then off towards Kurber Edge. So coming in at 8 miles, in the distance you can see Kurber Edge, some brilliant views from up there, and that's where we get a little bit of a descent as we head off towards Longshore Estate. Considerably drier on this part of the trail. It's quite classic Peak District territory, big exposed rocks with quite a sandy, small rocky surface I suppose. Just the type of surface that grinds down your bike nice and fast. So in the distance, Kurber Edge, quick little climb up there. We'll have a look at the top before descending back down. So last tough little climb up towards Kurber Edge. Gonna go for it on this one, see if we can get a good time. Right, fast little climb up there, quite a tough one, especially towards the end as them slabs come in. Catch my breath back, get up to the top, and we'll have a look at some of the views. There we go, Kurber Edge. It's pretty cool. We've sort of come from over that way and then around. Get some brilliant views from up here. You can just see for miles. We're going to head off this way and then keep following it around. We're about 8.9 miles in now. Like I say, this is it's a good one for getting the miles in, but it's also a good one for people who are maybe just doing their first night ride, or people who are just wanting to venture out a little bit further into the Peak District without getting into some of the more hardcore or rougher descents. And you get some brilliant views. Well worth the little bit of climbing to get up here. I'm good. It's a bit deeper than I thought. Wow, okay. So turns out that was a little bit deeper than I had anticipated. watch out for big boggy puddles. I think the gimbal's alright, it looks it, seems to still be working. That's hilarious. Maybe I'll send that after you've been framed. Ah well, good thing most of my equipment is waterproof. Yeah, watch out for big muddy puddles. So that was sort of the descent coming down from Kurber Edge. It gets a bit rocky in places. I can't believe I fell off, that's hilarious. I'm going to watch that back and it'll be the most pathetic fall you've ever seen. If I didn't put the crash in and you don't know what I'm talking about, just assume it was so pathetic it wasn't worth uploading. But that was it for the main descents of this ride. A little bit on the road now, and then we come up through the Longshore Estate and then back to the Fox House. Alright guys, so that was just quick, about half a mile on the road. Just watch out for traffic, of course, when you are on the road. Most people are quite good, but you do get some idiots. So this is the last little section, coming in at 11.6 miles, and the elevation climbed is about 720 feet. Quick little blast through the Longshore Estate, back up to the Fox House, and then I want to watch over that footage of me coming off, because that was just hilarious. My shifter's all full of mud and grit as well, so I'll have to give that a good clean out. As you can see, this bit as well, fairly drained off. It was only really the first couple of miles of this ride that were a bit boggy, but as I say, it's a very good one for people who maybe want to move on from something other than Hound Kirk, as you've seen in my previous videos, and do a bit of riding. It's a little bit further out, a bit more into the peaks, I suppose. It feels a lot more remote. If you do come out here, of course, look out for those deep puddles. They sneak up on you quite quickly. Morning. 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 And of course, just be nice to everyone. Be nice, say hi. I'm heading up to Glen Tress up in Scotland this weekend, so hopefully I'll get some footage from there. I might not do a full video, I might just do a collection of the descents. All depends on the weather, of course, because if it's wet then I won't be videoing, just for the risk of damaging the GoPro. Keep an eye out for that video, should be quite good. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I apologise if it's a bit more tame than my usual ones. I've had a few requests for some more sort of beginner rides, so this is me accommodating for everyone. Just a quick word before I go. Dialed Mag is looking at starting to sell t-shirts. I'm not sure on price. I'll put a link in the video once it does go live. But if you want to pick yourself up a t-shirt from Dialed Mag, feel free to head on over there. As I say, not sure on the price, but they should be up fairly soon. Of course, once again, this video is done alongside Dialed Mag, so the ride up or the written review of this loop with a few pictures, where to stop for food and drink and that, will be in the description. Go check them out. So yeah, I look forward to the next video where we'll be doing something a bit more rugged, a bit more off-road.